Ghouls. This story begins in the simple fishing village of Redwater at Red Bay, the biggest fishing village in the realm, welcoming travellers from all over. At the centre of the village is a crossroads with a notice board filled with multicoloured contracts waiting to be taken up. A man in his late 30s scans the notice board, studying every contract. His right hand is raised to his long, narrow face, lightly stroking a small, pointy black beard on his chin. The man chooses a purple contract that has the highest paid reward. As he walks away towards the docks, a young lady with a hood over her head, concealing her face, bumps into him, grabbing the contract, and continues walking.
Excuse me? That's mine. Don't you think you should give it back, child?
Firstly, I'm not a child. I'm a woman. Secondly, I think you find it's mine. I got told of a high reward and to look for a purple contract. I called dibs. Not my fault you weren't around to hear. Tell you what.
The lady grabs a pale yellow contract off the board and forces it into the man's left hand. As she does this, she notices his little finger has been cut off at the middle joint.
Missing persons report from Forest Gate. I don't think you want to be losing any more body parts.
You think that's bad?
The man lifts up his shirt to show the hooded lady a massive scar covering his belly.
My name is Saladon. I go around hunting creatures. This was caused by a tusk. I was a bit slow getting out of the way. I want ghouls, not missing people.
Saladon moves closer to the hooded lady, towering over her as if he's a predator waiting to pounce. A look of fear appears on her face. She starts moving backwards away from her predator, but trips and falls to the ground. Saladon looks at the hooded lady, curled up on the ground with her muffled voice crying. Saladon drops the yellow contract into the dirt. He reaches over his shoulder, pulling a net out of his bag, and holds it in both hands as if he's about to capture the hooded lady.
Crying now? Do you really think you could have... Oh, you fucking bitch!
The hooded lady throws a handful of dirt into Saladon's face. As Saladon tries rubbing the dirt out of his eyes, she rolls under the market stall and rises to her feet.
Amateur.
The hooded lady strides away into the crowd, whistling a cheerful tune for her victory. Saladon turns around in all directions, hunting for his prey who has already disappeared into the crowd.
Oh, she better pray I don't meet her again!
Saladon puts the net away and makes his way back to the notice board. En route, he makes sure to crush the yellow contract deeper into the dirt. Saladon picks up a green contract.
Unknown attacks. This better be a creature.
Saladon makes his way into the crowd, disappearing from sight. The hooded lady continues striding through Redwater, placing the purple contract into her satchel. She stops outside a building and studies the sign. A burning red anvil on pale wood, swinging from the fresh sea air. She enters the building without making a sound. The blacksmith inside is on his hands and knees under a desk, collecting up pieces of paper from the floor. She silently approaches the desk.
Got my crossbow?
Her voice startles the blacksmith, causing him to hit his head on the underside of the desk.
My lord, girl, how did you get in here? Did not even hear the door go.
The blacksmith rises up from under his desk, using his fat, muscular fingers to check his bald head for cuts and blood. He turns around, showing his broken nose, thick lips, and a small, fat face popping out of his body with no neck in sight.
My apologies for the cough. That This is what happens when you spend your life as a blacksmith. I'm sure it won't last much longer. These things normally go after...
Again, my crossbow.
The blacksmith shuffles across the room, towards a wall with a variety of weapons hanging upon it.
Of course. My apologies. Lily. Lucan. Lee.
It is Hayley.
Ah, that's the one. Anyway, where was I? Ah, my dear old wife hated my rambling tongue. Yeah, she was the one always complaining.
The blacksmith grabs a mini crossbow off the wall and presents it to Hayley.
I followed the instructions and was able to reduce the size of a normal crossbow into a dwarf version. You will be able to have the same damage and fire a bolt with a single hand. I can guarantee you that no other blacksmith in the whole realm could do any better. Now, I believe there was a little matter of payment.
With a swift movement, Hayley raised the crossbow to the blacksmith's broken nose, nicking the skin. A ripple of blood flowed down from the bolt towards his quivering lips.
Please, girl, lady, my lady, you can keep it. After all, charging for a work of art like that would surely be a crime. No wonder you put the crossbow to my face. Money? I've got money. Lots of it. Whatever you want, you can have it. Money, weapons, food, me. You can have me.
Oh, come on, you need to learn to laugh.
The door begins to open, and Hayley lowers the crossbow before the customer sees. The customer enters the room and begins browsing through the weapons on display. Hayley flicks a white coin with a crescent moon towards the blacksmith and makes for the door. The blacksmith looks at the coin, then to the customer, knowing Hayley cannot harm him with a witness present.
Lady, I'm afraid this coin is fake.
It is not fake. It is just an ancient treasure. Quite rare, actually.
The customer slightly turns his head upon hearing the mention of ancient treasure.
Well, I'm afraid I do not accept this. I want gold.
Well, I'm afraid not. I don't have gold.
I will buy the crossbow.
See? I already have another customer interested. I'm assuming you have gold.
I do. But that ancient coin, it is something rare, right?
Hayley walks over to the blacksmith, snatches the coin from him, and puts it in the customer's hand.
It is. Have a look and see for yourself.
The customer inspects the coin before thrusting gold at the blacksmith and walks out the door. Hayley follows, leaving the confused blacksmith and placing her new crossbow in her satchel. Chapter 2. Crossroads. In the heart of the forest, surrounding the Trail of Whispers, a cart loaded with goods and a broken wheel lies at the side of the road. A beggar with long, shaggy ginger hair is crawling over a dwarf, grabbing at his clothes with his long, dirty nails.
Give 'em to me! I know you have 'em!
What are you talking about? I got nothing special.
Gold! Food! Everything! You've got it. I want it.
Gee, no wonder you called beggars. Ah! Wheel bugger!
The beggar starts clawing at the dwarf's eyes. Suddenly, a hand made out of rock takes hold of the beggar and throws him across the road. The beggar hits a tree and lands on the cart with a thump. The beggar raises his head to see a troll. The troll stands there 8 feet tall, with his skin not of flesh, but of rock instead. 2 thick tusks protrude from his bottom jaw, almost piercing his nose. He is almost naked, save for an old cloth tied around his hips.
No! You cannot exist! It cannot be true. You're the stuff of nightmares!
Life is a nightmare.
The troll staggers towards the beggar. The beggar grabs a bundle of dynamite out of the cart and manages to light the fuse just before the troll lifts him into the air. Panicking, the beggar lodges the dynamite into a crack on the troll's arm. When he realizes he cannot escape, he fervently tries to extinguish the fuse. Destroyed goods from the cart go flying all over the forest. The dwarf looks into the smoke, waiting for it to clear. Slowly, the lopsided outline of the troll becomes visible. On the ground lay the remains of the beggar and the troll's right arm, severed from the explosion, now appearing no different to the surrounding rocks.
Your arm? Should you not, do something?
The troll starts walking away from the dwarf.
No, it will grow. Now, get home, little boy.
I'm not a boy. Look, I know you just saved my life, but no. I'm a dwarf, not a child. I'm not here to take whatever you say at me. I demand you apologise.
The troll continues walking away from the frustrated dwarf. Consumed by his anger, the dwarf charges after the troll.
Get back here. I demand you apologise. What? Are you deaf now?
The dwarf, reaching his breaking point, kicks the troll in the leg.
Grr!
The troll suddenly stops. He turns his head, locking eyes with the dwarf. Realization dawns on the dwarf. He tries to escape, but trips over a tree root and falls to the ground. The troll raises a boulder-sized foot and sends it down, crushing the dwarf's leg.
Get home, I said.
The troll continues on his journey through the forest. There is a glow on the horizon, signalling dawn's approach, when the troll encounters another creature. This one looked like a tiny human, the size of a small animal. It resembled a corpse, but it was still alive. This creature is known as a ghoul. The ghoul spots the troll and charges towards its prey. As the ghoul came in range, the troll grabs it with his left hand, hurling it into a tree, killing the ghoul on impact.
Hey! What are you doing?
Huh?
Hayley comes out from behind a tree, walking straight towards the troll. She pulls down her blue hood, showing light golden blonde hair, cut short to the top of the neck. Her bright green eyes are filled with rage, fixed on the troll.
I was tracking that ghoul. I needed to find the nest.
Get home, little girl.
The troll tries walking away, but Hayley continues following him.
I am not a little girl. I am a woman who no longer has a way to find the nest.
Go. You lucky I not hurt, little girls.
Again, I am not a girl, and I am not What happened to your arm?
The troll looks down at his right arm, where it has already grown back to the elbow.
Not longer now. You fleshmen know nothing about us trolls.
Fleshman? I would rather be called that than have rocks for skin. If losing an arm does not kill you, then what does?
I not tell you how to kill me.
Well, I might try every possible way I can imagine. I mean, got nothing else to do now.
I will take you to nest if you stay quiet.
Huh?
The nest. I will take you.
Well, lead the way.
The two continue through the forest, towards the nest of ghouls.
Stop.
Chapter 3. The Long Road. The sun has risen to the peak of the sky as Troll guides Hayley towards her destination. The whole time they've spent in silence, much to Hayley's annoyance.
So how long will it take?
Arrive at nightfall. The ghoul was far away.
That cannot be. Ghouls die in sunlight. The nest would not be that far.
It is. That ghoul would burn before you find the nest.
Well, good thing I found you then. So, what should I be calling you? Come on, you must have a name.
My kind has no need for names.
By your kind, you mean trolls? Fine, I will just call you Troll then. So, Troll, I thought your kind lived on the other side of the realm. What are you doing over here?
I look for people.
Person. You mean person. You're looking for someone.
No. People. Bad people. Anyone does something bad, they get what they need.
Oh, so you're a bounty hunter. Just like me. Bounty hunter is what the role is called. People put up contracts to do work. Normally it is going after someone. On occasion, you get contracts like this one to go and kill a beast. When you have done the job, you go and collect your reward.
Reward?
Wait, you mean you have been doing this without getting paid?
You should not do this for rewards. You should do this for good.
Look, no offense, but you do not exactly look like a good creature. I mean, you look terrifying.
You look like little girl.
Adult. The word is adult, not little girl. I'm actually the oldest. My parents have a farm. 5 children. You find people with farms have a few children. Extra hands to help out with the work. I have been doing that since I could remember. I did not want to be doing it for the rest of my life, so I left. No gold, no food, nothing. The only way I could get gold was from these contracts.
I said be quiet for me to show nest.
What? You do not want to know more about me?
No.
Fine. But for the record, I enjoyed doing the contracts, so I kept doing them. See, I was near the end. You did not have to be rude.
Troll's weary eyes focus on the road ahead. Hayley puts her hands into the pockets of her sapphire blue jacket. Her bright green eyes begin to wander, knowing that the rest of the day will be long and dull. Chapter 4. The Lair. Troll and Hayley arrive in the middle of a field just before the sun is about to set. At this point, Troll's right arm has grown back, unable to tell it was blown off.
Over there is a hole. Leads down to lair. Saw one days ago.
Great. Night will be upon us soon. We need to get a fire going.
No. No fires.
What? We need a fire to fight in the dark.
Fire only destroy. Nothing else. Destroy everything it touches. It cannot stop itself. Go inside, fight them while asleep.
They sleep during the day. The sun is about to set, so they will be awake soon.
Hurry!
Troll turns around and walks away without even looking at Hayley.
Hey, where are you going? We need to finish this.
No, I only show. That was deal.
Fine, I will just do this myself.
Hayley draws out her crossbow and starts to crawl into the tunnel legs first. She is just able to squeeze in and crawl down without too much difficulty. In the confined space, Hayley catches her leg on the bolt of her crossbow, causing small cuts. She continues onwards until she comes across a cave at the end of the tunnel. The cave is barely big enough for Hayley to stand. Tunnels lead off in all directions. The ceiling of the cave is held up by flimsy pillars of dirt, and all around ghouls lie sleeping on the floor, ready to awaken. With her bolt ready, she takes aim for one and silently kills it in its sleep. As she started to reload, a ghoul comes crawling out of another tunnel. Upon seeing Hayley, the ghoul shrieks. The noise begins to awaken the other ghouls from their sleep. Hayley quickly reloads and shoots the shrieking ghoul. The force of the bolt sends the ghoul flying backwards, straight into a pillar. The pillar begins to crack. Hayley sees the crack and crawls back to the tunnel, hoping to escape. The pillar collapses, bringing down the cave upon itself. A dust cloud flies into the tunnel and straight towards Hayley. Unable to see, and with her lungs burning, Hayley continues climbing, desperate to get out and breathe fresh air. The ghouls begin clawing their way out of the dirt and into the tunnel, which begins to crack all around Hayley. Chunks of rock start falling as the tunnel begins to collapse. A massive boulder falls down, straight onto Hayley's ankle. Ah! Off at a nearby farm, Troll is walking in the shadows of a small wood, keeping himself hidden. Troll turns towards the farm to see a family sitting down to supper. They do not appear to have much, but are happy with their lives. That was enough to stop Troll dead in his tracks. He stands there, looking into the family's home, into their lives. Troll turns around and starts walking back the way he came. Back inside the tunnel, Hayley has her crossbow out, shooting at the ghouls as they get close to her and making her way to the tunnel entrance. Aiming and reloading her crossbow in such confined space slows her progress. A small pile of dead ghouls starts building up inside the tunnel. Hayley starts waiting until a ghoul appears on top of the pile before shooting it to create a makeshift bloody wall. Hayley hears a scratching sound from the tunnel above, and a few specks of dirt start to fall down. She knows what is about to happen, but her body does not let her prepare herself. A ghoul's hand erupts from the earth, moving wildly around, trying to attack anything within reach. Hayley grabs the arm, pulls the ghoul into her tunnel, and shoves a bolt into its head. Hayley looks down to discover ghouls climbing over the corpses towards her. She pulls the bolt out of the dead creature's head and puts it into her crossbow, firing it at the other ghouls. She reaches for another bolt, only to discover she has run out. Hayley begins to crawl faster, trying to reach the tunnel entrance. Hayley manages to escape the tunnel and crawls out onto a field bathed in moonlight. She manages to get to her feet before a shriek alerts her to the ghouls spilling out of the tunnel as if they were coming out of hell itself. Hayley stands frozen, keeping weight off her sprained ankle, trying to think how she can kill that many ghouls. Acid comes flying from behind Hayley, hitting a couple of ghouls, causing them to burn in agony. Their flesh burning and boiling underneath the acid, Hayley turns around to see Troll marching towards her.
Climb tree.
No, fire is a good way of killing ghouls.
No fire. They cannot hurt me. So I kill. You climb tree.
Hayley tries to start a fire, despite what Troll said. The ghouls charge towards the two and start jumping onto Troll. The ghouls try clawing Troll, but their claws are unable to penetrate his rock skin. Hayley looks up to see ghouls running towards her.
Oh, please no.
Hayley runs towards the nearest tree, too scared to feel the pain from her sprained ankle, and tries to climb up. As she struggles to climb, a ghoul catches up to Hayley and jumps onto her leg, sinking its claws into her flesh. The ghoul clings onto Hayley as more catch up and also jump onto her leg. Weighed down, Hayley is forced to let go of the tree branch and falls to the ground. The ghouls swarm over Hayley, clawing and biting at her flesh. Troll turns around to see the attack.
No!
Troll starts running to rescue Hayley. He arrives at the tree and starts ripping the ghouls apart. More ghouls follow Troll, trying to hurt either of them. Troll keeps going in a fit of rage until all the ghouls in the field are dead. Troll wanders over to Hayley to see wounds and gashes all over her body, with fresh blood flowing out onto the grass. Troll scoops Hayley up into his arms and starts walking away.
Hold on.
Chapter 5. Dead is dead. In a field as a new day begins, Troll is carrying Hayley in his arms. Each breath she takes is gasping for life, as her wounds begin to rob her of her strength.
I'm sorry, Hayley. You needed fire. Fire is my weakness. That was what killed my daughter. I will not lose you. My family is gone. Your family of farmers are out there. I met farmers once. Got them all killed. I have enough lives on my hands. I will get more before I die. But I cannot have yours.
Troll puts Hayley down against a tree trunk and rests his hand on her forehead, feeling her frozen skin.
No!
Troll quickly begins to panic, looking around, gathering up twigs and leaves and putting them in a pile in front of Hayley. Troll picks up 2 rocks and starts scraping them together until he is able to get a fire going.
Stay near fire. You need heat. In the mountains, there is help. I will not let you.
Troll turns around to Hayley and sees her bright green eyes open, unmoving, dead.
No. No.
Troll picks up Hayley's body and carries her off, leaving the fire burning. On the mountains near Storm's Pillar, Troll is carrying Hayley's body up an old set of stairs carved into the mountainside itself. Troll arrives at the top of the stairs. So high, mists consume the air and swirl around them. In the mist, Troll is able to see the glow of 2 lit torches, one either side of a dark tunnel. Troll stares down the dark tunnel, feeling a sense of dread coming from within. His courage falters, and he is unsure if he should go into the unknown. Troll looks down at Hayley and goes into the tunnel.
Who goes there?
Need help.
Troll turns around in the darkness, trying to see where the voice is coming from.
How do you know of this place?
I know ancient secrets. You do not live as long as I do without finding out a thing or two.
Tell me what you seek.
Who are you?
You will know soon. First, tell me what you seek.
My friend, she dead. I want her alive.
That can be done. But know this.
From out of the darkness, a hunched figure appeared and advanced on Troll with a torch in one hand and a staff crowned with a dark green emerald in the other. The figure was that of an old woman who looked to Troll as if she had been around since the dawn of time itself.
Dead is dead. There is no changing that. She will not be the same as she was, but she will be back with you. Is that what you really want? Choose wisely.
Yes.
Then follow me. There will be no turning back.
Troll follows the woman further into the tunnel, lit only by her torchlight. The tunnel ends at the beginning of yet more stairs. These stairs, however, lead down into the core of the mountain.
What down there?
The woman does not reply, but slowly descends into the mountain. Troll pauses for a second before following her down. The stairs lead into a room with pools filled with bubbling purple water. More old women, looking exactly like the first, begin walking out of the shadows. As Troll enters, the women begin to make their way over to him.
Take the girl.
Wait, what?
I told you there was no turning back. She needs to go into the water. You cannot enter. No matter what happens, you do not enter. Once we are done, you take her and leave. Now, do I have to repeat myself?
No.
Troll hands Hayley over to the women, who take her into one of the pools, holding her under the water face down. The pools start bubbling away, getting more and more violent by the second, as the main sorceress speaks in a language unknown to the realm. The pools stop bubbling in a heartbeat, and the women carry Hayley back out of the water. They lay her down on her side, then return into the shadows.
Hey, what's going on?
The main woman looks straight into Troll's eyes with a sense of pity before turning away and walking into the shadows.
Hey, we not done.
The torches in the room slowly begin to die out. Troll hurries towards Hayley's body, picking her up and leaving the room before he is swallowed in darkness. Troll hurries up the stairs, trying to stay in the light. The dying lights provide a path for Troll to find his way out. The mists greet Troll as he arrives back outside. Troll turns to see the two torches that lit the tunnel entrance extinguish. Troll puts Hayley down on the floor, then sits down beside her in dismay, knowing he has failed her.
Bury or burn? What would you like? I think burn.
Troll looks towards Hayley solemnly, just in time to see Hayley's eyes slowly open.
Hayley? It worked. You're alive.
Troll puts his right hand on her face, looking into her cold, grey eyes. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click subscribe and follow us on Facebook. This was a group combination from some amazing voice actors. All our links are in the description. We'll see you next time.